hello. I have a lot to work on today. So it's mainly that I have to like create a bunch of stickers. So I have to put in a sticker order. Um, and I think I'll try to like maybe try to speed run it, like attempt to speed run. And let's see how many I can do. I don't have a lot of time to finish all my designs. So I'm like, I need to do as much as I can within the day. And we'll see how many I can finish. I'm planning on like streaming for maybe an hour, I would say. Um, and let's just see how many I can finish within an hour. Hopefully, I can do like three. I have like half of this one finished. So let's see if I can make that happen. I do not know. And for anyone who doesn't know, Love and Deep Space is a game. Many of my friends play it and they convinced me to download the game. Um, so I kind of log in to do like all my dailies every day. But yeah, anyway, okay, let me just start drawing because I am kind of low on time. Um, oh no, Love and Deep Space. Yeah, I need to finish these drawings as soon as possible. So let's see how many I can do. Um, I have like really rough drafts for every character. Because I have an event coming up that I am part of one of the Love and Deep Space rallies, and I feel like I probably should have a little more of their merch on my table. Well, I do have some now, but it's more like I think some of them are kind of like outdated now. Um, and I really want to make nicer merch of them, so I need to speed run my stickers. And hopefully, I mean, yeah, if they don't look good, I would not sell them. But I feel like my drafts are pretty solid. Well, in my own opinion, like I would pay to buy them. So, um, yeah, I do my best to like draw quickly. So I'm just streaming before I have my dinner, so it's gonna be an hour stream. I'm kind of full because I had a drink earlier and it's making me, I just feel so full now. So I'm gonna have like a really late dinner. It's okay. Your friends would love these. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, I think like some of my Love and Deep Space merch that do well. Yeah, I think in general people really like them. But also like one thing to note is that the like a lot of people do Love and Deep Space merch. So um like there are a lot of great artists out there. So I sometimes like some certain Love and Deep Space things don't sell on my table, but like it's understandable. But I do think that like a lot of people love them, and a lot of my friends like love buying their merch, and they also gift me merch, which I'm happy about. And I sometimes like buy like cute designs because I think like Love and Deep Space is it's so popular that like there's so much great art of them. Um and like I actually well, okay, so like the reason I got into the game is actually because of fan art. I think like the art, like a lot of art was like so pretty that I was like, wow, let me just check this game out because everyone was like telling me how great it is. And like like I feel like fan art really convinces me to like watch stuff or like play stuff. And people's merch are so pretty. Wait, let me just take a look at my uh, original drawings of Savior because I want to see what colors I used. Where's my file? Oh, it's fine. Yeah, so like I just got into like a bunch of stuff because of fan art. Like when people draw them nicely, I'm just like, wow, I love the character design so much. Like I don't know if you guys feel that, but like all the time when fan art looks good, it makes me want to like watch a show, or like it makes me want to like play a game. I've gone back to like drawing chibis because it's just so hard to like not to like draw what's it called, like the not non chibis. What's it called, like full body, full, I don't even know. It's so hard to draw in streams if it's like not something that's like easier. Well, chibis are actually sometimes harder to draw, I would say, but like I think once I have the draft ready, so I sometimes like draft them on paper. I do like drawing on paper more, but I do think that like at this digital age, it's just easier to like draw digitally because yeah, I think it's just more common to draw digitally now. But yeah, sometimes I still draft things on paper. And once I have like the draft kind of nailed down, I feel like chibis are way easier to draw for me on streams because it's easier for me to talk and draw at the same time if it's chibis. It's so funny because like I have a friend who was very into um Silas at the beginning, and uh she did not have enough phone storage for the game. So I was like, oh yeah, you can just like play with mine, you know? So because that's like one of my really close friends. So I was like, oh, you can just use my phone. And I kind of showed her the game. And she ended up liking Xavier a lot. And I was like, oh wow, that's so cute. Because I think Xavier's really cute. Like I like his I think I like his colors the most, like the color scheme a lot. Like I mean, for artists, like all for a lot of, I think most artists would focus a lot on like the color scheme stuff too. I don't know if this is an artist thing. I think it probably is, but yeah, like I love the color scheme of Savior. Like I think it's so pretty because I also like soft colors more. Um, like not to say that the others don't have nice color schemes. They're still really nice. I just think I like the combination of like Savior's colors a lot. Like the purple, white. It's so pretty. I love it. Why do I feel like something is missing on this? I can't tell what it is though. Something just feels like it's missing. Let me try to add some stuff. Okay. Oh, what happened there? Hang on. Looking for this color. And I don't think I like it. Wow, maybe finishing 3 stickers is kind of ambitious. Like, just this one is, I feel like it's a little different from what I imagined. Oh dear, what happened? I feel like my draft looked okay. Okay, let me just pull up my draft as well. There. Maybe it's the stuff on the side that I needed to work on. This is how his bunny looks like. Never played Love and Deep Space before, so I don't really know what it's all about. It's an otome game, so like you just pick your favorite guy and like kind of date them. But I feel like most of the game is just me battling, because you have to like battle to like level them up to earn the diamonds that you need for like gachas, you know, like gacha games. Like gachas, they require diamonds in Love and Deep Space. And diamonds are very hard to earn, so you have to like keep battling. And I feel like for me, the entire time I'm just like, I just spend most of my time in the game battling. And obviously I don't earn that much diamonds, because it's very hard to grind diamonds in the game. But they also have like a main story that kind of updates from time to time. Like they recently did an update, but I haven't played it yet because I've been so busy. And I think like recently I've been a little bit lazy about that. Like partly also because I'm like so busy that I just don't have the energy to play it. Because it requires a lot of time, like to do like all the events, and then their second anniversary is coming up soon. So they have like a bunch of events, like a bunch of like time limited special events in the game, which requires more grinding. And I just feel like I don't have the time for that yet, because I have like events that I have like merch that I have to like finish before then. So yeah, that's why I haven't like had the time to like finish the games and everything. Like for the events stuff, I haven't finished playing them yet. Like I'm like, oh, this is slightly stressing me out because I want the diamonds, and I think the event is almost ending, but I haven't finished it yet. But I think, okay, it's fine. Like I have work to do. I can't finish it. If I can't finish it, then so be it. So yeah. Why do I still feel like something is missing? Wait, let me take out the back. Oh, okay, I think it's fine. It's probably like the white background that makes it look like it's very empty, but without the white background, because stickers kind of look like this, you know. It's probably fine. What's that? Colors to his hair. Should I use purple? I think I'll use purple. Wait, this is a very weird place to like put this. And let's do this. I don't know if I like it. Just do the usual one that I like. I don't like the purple. Let me use yellow. This is better, this color. Yeah, I like this color more. But the way that I drew it doesn't look that great. I'm thinking if I should like post on Instagram again about me streaming. Maybe I should do that. Oh, let me find the link. Copy link. Let's see. This is not what I copied. I probably should have done that like at the very beginning. For some reason, I always forget to do it. That would definitely explain what my friends were talking about. You mean like the battling stuff? Do your friends like play it a lot? Because they recently like wait, I don't know what I'm talking about. They recently added like a home feature, which for me I feel like it probably makes the game like more addicting. Like because the home feature it's kind of like building your own house. And like if people enjoy playing that kind of game, like decorating the house and everything, I feel like it makes the game more addicting, and it's even harder to cut. I'm not huge on like working on designs of houses, so it's fine. Like I still try to do like as much of like the what's it called? Like the stuff that they tell us to do. So like the things that kind of earn diamonds, I try my best to do it, but like it's also kind of hard, you know? Like it's because it's so time consuming, and I think I'm too busy. I'm literally too busy for that. Like as you can see, I've been like trying to stream more, and it's also because I have like orders that I need to like complete before before a certain date. So I have like my own deadlines that I have to like, you know, finish stuff by. So I'm just here like I don't think I have enough time for it. So I'm like my levels are pretty low in like the new home feature. But yeah. Okay, let me just post this on Instagram because I feel like I probably should. And yeah, I really should do this earlier next time. Streaming for a tiny bit here. Wow. I finish some designs that need to get done. Okay, let me just post that. Okay, it's up, and let me finish this. Ah, I feel like I'm so busy. Oh. Yeah, they do. Just the other day, I put my friends into a group for Love and Deep Space, and it was just so confused about what they were talking about. Well, that's so funny. Wait, so you don't play the game, but you made a group chat for the game. Is that what you mean? That's so interesting. Why did you decide to do that if you don't play the game? Is it because they keep talking nonstop? You're like, oh, I'm so done with you guys just talking about stuff that I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, now I can educate you about the game. How great. Benefit of watching live streams is that people will teach you what games are about, or like what animes are about. I think this is probably kind of done. Kind of. Let's add a tiny bit more stuff here. I'm always like kind of afraid of how colors turn out, because I had like experiences ordering keychains before where like my colors, I felt like they were okay, but then they came out really light. Like the colors came out very pale. So like the skin tone, which on my screen it looked like a skin tone, but when they came out, it became like white. Like it just looked like plain white. So like since then, I've been like kind of stressed whenever I print things, because I'm like, I don't want the colors to be like very off. Yeah, so like I am slightly stressed because I've never like ordered this type of stickers before from this particular manufacturer, so I am slightly stressed about it. Hopefully it will be fine. I have no idea how it turned out. Let me just take a look. Yeah, well, I made it for them and not myself. I just thought they would enjoy it. That's so nice of you to do that. I feel like it's just, yeah, it's very considerate of you to like be so nice to your friends. Digital versus real life colors definitely do look different. Yeah, I think like usually I'm not too crazily scared about it for prints in general, because I think for prints, like the colors do look a little different, and I think like mainly it's the, okay, let's do Raphael. So I think mainly it's the RGB to like CMYK conversion that kind of makes things very hard to yeah, like which is like the thing that like kind of makes it different, you know, like that makes the color different. But I think like as long as your contrast is fine, usually it doesn't go too off. I personally, okay, let me just like check the size of this 1 second. Wow, wait, this one looks really, Raphael looks really huge compared to Savior's. I think it's because of the bunny ears. Oh, there's nothing I can do. Yeah, so wait, what was I talking about? Oh, the color difference thing. Yeah, so for the color difference, I think like as long as your contrast is fine, it should be fine. But there's also like another problem is that sometimes things that when you draw like really dark prints, which I think a lot of people do draw pretty dark prints, like dark colored prints, sometimes like details in the dark colored sections kind of get missed. Like they just like disappear, you know? Like because I had like prints that were kind of darkish. Like I think most of the prints that I draw are like lighter colored prints, so I never really have this problem. But I recently did make one Kageyama drawing, so like the one from Haikyuu. And there was a part that was like kind of in the shadows, and the colors were kind of dark there. And when I printed a test print, the colors were so dark, I couldn't see any detail. Like, there was no details in the dark colors, like in the shadow parts. And that made me like really stressed. I'm like, wow, what did I do? So I like immediately lightened the colors, because if not, like it would just come out pitch dark. And it looks so different from like what I had on my screen that I was like, oh, this is so stressful. And I feel like every time I go through that kind of stress, but now that I think like the way that I use my colors are a little bit better now. So I feel like I am not like like the situation has improved a tiny bit, but then the dark print that I had for Kageyama was the first time I've used such dark colors, like dark colors in the shadows session, that I was like, wow, okay, I need to make sure that I'm aware of this moving forward, because you know, test prints, they do cost money, and it's probably better if you get it right in one go, you know? Yeah, so I think like that is something that I feel like people need to be a little careful about when they like draw their prints, to like keep in mind that, you know, the dark colors, sometimes they get like the details get lost. Maybe it's because the contrast is not enough. So you just have to make sure that like even in the shadow sections you have enough, sort of enough contrast, you know? And then another thing that I noticed is that like blues and purples, they are very hard to like, it's very hard to figure out how they would look like. Because I think like purples and blues, for some reason, they always come out kind of different. And then like I think there's some sort of thing about like calibrating printers or something. Like sometimes printers don't print with like the same color calibration. Like I think sometimes my prints get really yellowy, and sometimes they were like red toned, and when they're like really yellowy, like the skin tone looks really off. So yeah, it's very hard to tell though. But I do have like, you know, some of my friends, a lot of my friends draw better than I do. And I feel like they don't really have to be too stressed about this problem, primarily because I think their contrasts are good enough. Like even not just like the light and dark contrasts, but maybe also like the differences in color. Like I think they are just very good at using different colors. And it probably helps a lot, because I think like if you're really good at using colors, you probably won't really run into the same problem that I do. Well, that's my assumption. I have no idea. Like just for me personally, there are certain colors that I have to like be more conscious of when I use them. But yeah, I do feel like my coloring skills, I still have a lot to improve on. So yeah. Oh, he's so cute. Thank you. I'm trying. But yeah, like sometimes it's really hard because, you know, like for say the Savior one where he has like bunny ears, it like because the bunny ears are long, so it kind of takes up space, and I really want the entire set to be kind of a similar size. But then the others, they don't have anything like sticking out on top of their ponchos. Like when it gets printed out, this one would look significantly bigger than the Savior one. which is something that I don't like about, but I guess I just have to run with that since I don't make my own, like I don't print my own stickers at home. Like I think if you print it at home, there's a lot that you can control, like with the sizes, but if I'm printing outside, then like, well, actually I don't know. Maybe I could just be like, can you print this like half an inch smaller? They'd probably be like, oh, this is so annoying to like, for like every single sticker to be like different, like, because I typically do like 2.5 inches or like 3-inch stickers. I'll be like, can you do 2.3 inches? And people will be like, whoa, what's with like the 2.3 thing? Oop, a message just came in. Let me respond to the message first. Let me see. No, it's fine. Okay. Let's continue. Let's draw his color palette. And his brush. Okay, I don't like this. Well, I think it's okay actually. Let's do that. Yeah, I think I need a. This will be like another draft for Raphael because I think there's some stuff that I probably need to change based on my rough draft. Let me see. I have so many tabs open that I cannot find my own, like the tab that I wanted to find. Okay, that's how. Okay. It's supposed to be like that. And his cheeks go here. I don't know, would I like it more this way? This is cuter. Maybe it is. Wonder if this is better than my draft. Let me take a look at my draft. Yeah, I actually think I like this one more. Yeah, let's keep it that way. Okay. Okay, let's wait. His hand looks kind of uneven. The other side, it looks so tiny. We just move his brush a little inward. Okay, maybe like here. I think this works. Yeah, as did that. I think this looks better. To be honest, like Love and Deep Space characters are so hard to draw. Like I mean, I know that you probably did not you probably do not know too much about like their character designs, but if you look them up, they are so hard to draw. Like I did talk to like some of my artist friends, and they were like, it takes them so long to draw, because they're like, specifically their myths, they have like, their designs are just crazily detailed, and it definitely takes a really long time to like draw. Do you use a drawing tablet to draw? Yes, I do. I use Wacom. Is it called a drawing tablet? I think it is. But I use Wacom. That's the brand that I use. It's literally the cheapest option that I could find, and I feel like it works great for me, so you know, I don't really care. Like sometimes some of my friends do ask me, do you want to use like an iPad? Do you need an iPad? And I'm like, I understand why people want it, because it's like kind of portable, it's like easy to access, but at the same time, because like people that I know who use it, they put it on the table to draw, and I just feel like my neck would hurt that way, because I would have to like constantly look down on it, and I feel like my neck is not built that way, sorry. I've definitely seen their designs. Yeah, they're like so hard to draw, and I can't. Well, I did draw one of the myths of Savior. It was so hard to draw. Like it took me so long. Just like all the little designs on his outfit. Like there were, it was like, okay, the outfit itself was already hard to draw, and then on each like area there's something on it. There are like patterns and everything. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like he had, was it like, even his weapons are so hard to draw, and he had like gloves, and his gloves had, was it layers or something? I don't even remember. Like it's so hard to draw. And I was like, wow, it took me so long till I finish it that I'm like, I don't know if I can do more. So I did like, I drew Savior, Silas, and Zane. For Silas and Zane, I did like their casual outfits. Savior, I really liked his myth design. Just like as I said before, I really like his color scheme. And I was just like, that myth is so pretty. Let me just draw that myth. But when I started drawing it, I was like, oh no, what am I doing to myself? Yeah, it's so complex. I don't even know how people design them in the first place. And they also have like different colors too for like their outfits. But yeah, honestly, like the graphics are so pretty. Like even so like when you play like the main story or like events, um they have like, sometimes you see like the backgrounds, like just the backgrounds, they look really pretty too. Okay, I think this outline is ready. Oh my gosh, it's already almost an hour. I was like, I'm gonna do like, let me just do 3 designs. And I'm like, I only finished half of it because I technically had Savior half done. Well, okay, I'll just finish Raphael, and tomorrow I'll do the rest, or maybe on Monday. What am I trying to do? And oh, outline. For chibis, I used to like do different colors per line, and it took up a lot of time, and I feel like now I actually prefer them to be like mostly one single color. Like I think it makes it look more neat. I don't know. Wait, why is this line not drawing? Well, I'm the one holding the pen, but it's just not going in the direction I wanted it to. Okay, there you go. Let me just use purple for his hair. Wait, how dark is his hair? Let me just take a look at my other drawing. It's purple. It's this purple. We gotta get it darker. Okay, let me just do this. Okay. How did I draw his hair last time? I'm like so confused at what I did. Do I like it more like this? I think so. No, this is too long. Okay, I think this looks good. Let's do this poncho. Let me just aim at finishing this within the next 30 minutes. Do you have faith in me? It's kind of questionable at this rate. No, let me just use this color again. Wait, let me just make sure that I'm doing this in the same style as how I did Saviors. Oh, it looks kind of different already. Oh no. Oh, I hate drawing like long lines. Wait. Okay, there we go. Wait, let me just do it again. It looks kind of wobbly. Wait, let me focus. Okay, there we go. By the way, is it okay if I share your art with my friends? I think they would really like it. Yeah, of course. Go for it. I mean, you can just share links from my Instagram or like links from YouTube or something. But yeah, thank you so much for sharing them. if you mean for reposting, as long as you like mention or like credit, that's totally fine with me. And again, thanks for sharing, because that really means a lot to most artists, including me. And I think like for me, I like one of the reasons why I enjoy drawing is because I want people to enjoy what I enjoy as well. Because I think like it's just nice when people like the same stuff as you do. So like at events, I always talk to people who stop by my table because, you know, I mean, I love my friends in real life. And but we like obviously we all have like different hobbies, different things that we like, right? So like I'm glad that like some of my friends love the same things that I do. But there are like, you know, because we all have differences. So there are some stuff that my friends do not watch too, and I'm like, I really want to talk to someone about this. But at events, when people buy like, because I so I like drawing a lot of more of the underrated series. So when people like them or recognize characters, I go crazy. Not like I don't go crazy, but it's like I start yapping a lot. And like I think in general I talk to like most people for like 5 minutes or so. And sometimes I feel bad like because other people might be waiting. But that's when I try to like balance it out, you know. I don't, because I do want to talk to people, but at the same time I see people waiting and I'm like I'm so sorry. But yeah, I try to like talk to people who like stop by my table. Yeah, I think I have showed Zane to my friend last time. That's so nice of you. Thank you. I think like well, at least like in the area where I am based at, I think a lot of people like Silas here. So it's like Silas and Caleb are very popular. I like I do have friends that do not main Silas and Caleb, but I think like I don't know, like in general, a lot more people, like a lot more Silas or like Caleb girlies buy merch of them, I would say. But it might also be because like my table is mainly haiku. Like my table is very haiku coded. Like if you have ever seen me post stories about my table, a lot of it is haiku. Like now it's a little bit better because I've realized that okay, I probably should do something else other than haiku as well. And there are other stuff that I do like. But like maybe I would say last year or the year before, it was really, really haiku coded. And some of my friends would tell me, they were like, oh, whenever someone mentions your name or like talks about your art, the first thing I think about is haiku. And I was like, I kind of know. And I think like in comparison, the love and deep space things that I have is very minimal. So I've heard that like if you really want to sell love and deep space merch, your table has to be like very obviously love and deep space for people to like stop by. But I think because I am so I do like love and deep space and I do like the characters, but I'm more of a haiku fan, to be honest. Because the story is just so good. Like I cannot stress about how good haiku is, and I feel like everyone should watch it. Anyone in the creative industry should watch it. I just think that the way that they portray characters is so great, and like the storytelling aspect of it is really great too. So I'm like a really really big Haikyuu fan, and I do not see like I do not see myself like changing it to like a Love and Deep Space coded table, because I want to put, I want everything that I like to be on my table instead of just like having one thing. Haikyuu is an exception though. So yeah, I don't remember how I got into this topic. I think I always just like sidetrack. Oh, I remember now. I was talking about like Silas and Caleb being very popular. So maybe like people who like them are actually more observant, and or like they try harder to like find merch. I don't know. Maybe that's why. Okay, I think there's something weird about his eyes. Let me just change the draft instead to see how I can tweak it. Because it's a draft, it's easier for me to change. Let me just move this maybe to the right a tiny bit. And then let's move his mouth a tiny bit to the right. No, I don't think that was necessary. Wait. I don't think that was necessary. It might be this eye then that's like making it weird. Sorry, there's like a lot of changes that I have to make while I'm drawing. Maybe let me wait, hang on. It's a little too much. Just pull it left a tiny bit. Okay, I think I need to redraw this part of his eye. Maybe let me just put that here like this. Hang on, I don't. It's kind of weird. Let me just redo it. Let's cut this out. Actually, let me just make a draft on the actual one with this as a. Okay, let me do a draft. Let's see how I can move this around. I think it should be around here. And then right here. Oh. Here. Hang on. I do not like it yet. Let's maybe move his mouth a little higher. Let's see if this sucks. But yeah, I think this is a little cuter. Let me see if I can move this down a tiny. No, I think I like it this way. You lengthen this a tiny bit. Okay, let's take a look again. Okay, I think this looks better, in my opinion. Yeah, I think this looks a tiny bit better. Okay, I still feel like it's not very balanced. Okay, I think I know where the problem is. Let me just rub this off a tiny bit. Okay, let me check again. It's still not very balanced. If you can see, like, I think his left hand is a little bigger, and so much to change. Yeah, I definitely cannot finish, like, cannot finish 3 today. 2 would be really good already. It's already an achievement. Is this better? Okay, no, it could be better. Oh, let's redo this. I feel like when people watch time lapses, or like if they watch streams, okay, I think like if people already draw, they probably already know this, but if people don't draw, like watching streams probably helps them understand how much effort it takes to finish an art piece. Even for like chibi art, it takes so long. Wait, this is a little too small now. Ah. Come on. Ah. Wait. My hand is not it's not what's it called? It's not coordinating with my brain. Come on. Okay, let me just there's still something off. Why? This there. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I think I'm finally done. Okay, there's a tiny bit of difference, but I feel like it's not too noticeable, and I think that is fine. Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay, let me just redo the eyes in the right color, and then I can start coloring this. Yeah, 15 minutes ago I was like, I'm gonna finish this within 30 minutes. I don't think that's happening. Maybe like 25 minutes from now. Maybe. Okay. Oh, wait. This is the wrong color. Hang on. Let me just go back to use the outline color. I sometimes like flip my canvas to draw because there's like a certain way that that's easier for me to draw. Like I think it's very common, but yeah, just a tip for anyone who has not thought of that before. What is going on? I hear so much background noises of bags. Yeah. Because there's stuff like... Because someone's cooking in the background. That's why. I mean, I actually have like a mic that I feel like I probably should be using, but like I don't know, I feel like every time I plug something into my laptop, it makes the speed of my laptop run slower. And that's why like I don't really like using it, but maybe I would like try again next time. Hopefully that will help. Or maybe I should mute when I'm not talking. Okay, I forgot his eye color. 1 second, let me just search it up. Let's see. Oh, it's also kind of blue. Use a different blue. Okay, to stick to my original plan. Well, no, my updated original plan. I have 20 more minutes to finish this. I think I can do it. Now that I'm here. I think I can. Okay. Looking good. Alright. Yeah. Okay, I can finally start coloring. This is my outline layer. Let me just label that. Let me make another layer for colors. Hair. Okay, let me turn off the eyes layer so it's easier for me to color. And I'm gonna reference my colors that I used before so that it's consistent. Okay, so this is the color for his skin. And let me see his hair. It's this color. Oh, hang on. Why did this little spot in his ear not fully color? Did I do something wrong? It's kind of weird. I don't think I have anything beneath it. So let me color this first and I'll fix that later. Hey, come on, let me color this. Fill in the little gaps here. Maybe Time is an artist. It reveals the masterpiece hidden within every passing moment. Wait, that is so deep. Let me think about what that means. Time is an artist. Wait, let me just reread this. My brain is not braining. Time is an artist. It reviews the masterpiece hidden within every passing moment. It reviews the I feel like I'm just reading the literal words and my brain is not processing what that means. It reveals the masterpiece hidden. I don't know if I understand that. It's probably me being too dumb. Oh, my friend's texting me again. Okay. Let's get to the control. Wait, hang on. Come on, let me type. Okay, let me see what colors I used. I might change this up a little bit. Like, I think this color is it's a little dull. I change a tiny bit. Let's see if this one looks better. Let me just try. It's very bright. Okay, I'm gonna try and use a paler yellow. Or just a tiny bit. I think it will look slightly better. Yeah, actually, I don't really know. But I think, like, yeah, I'll just revert back to a little bit darker. Or, like, more saturated too. Because I don't want it to turn out too pale. Yeah, let's stick with this color. I think it's probably better. That's okay. Thank you for understanding my stupidity. Maybe I'll be able to, like, think through it later. Let's see. Canada red. We just do other colors. Here, so this is red. And then what color is his mouth? Wait. Completely blocked it. There. I see it now. Okay. Wait, this is too similar. Let me just make it more orange toned. I believe his cheeks are like pink. Let me see which pink works well. Maybe I'll do an airbrush instead. Or just like follow how it originally was, which is this. Maybe it's cuter that way. Okay, let me just do this. Yeah, I think this works. Okay, and I think this is white and blue. Let me just turn off the white layer in case, like, the white doesn't fully fill out the entire gap. Then the other color is a blue. Let me just find a nice blue color. Oh, I want it to be a little more, maybe a little darker, like this. This looks very, very dark. I'll make it paler. Okay. Okay, I think I kind of like the color so far. How about you? And let's work on his paint brush and like the little dish, like color mixing dish, whatever it's called. I think I want it to be brown. Actually, let me color his eyes first. I think that would give me a better idea of what color I want it to be. This first. A tiny bit of white here and here. Okay. Let's set this color and then okay, missed a little bit of white down there, so it's showing now here. Okay, and then let's color his blue eyes. I think there's like a tiny bit of pink beneath. We do a slightly lighter blue compared to Savior's. Maybe this color. I think it needs to be. The colors are cute. Thank you. I'm glad you think so. Oh, and like, who within Deep Space do your friends like? Like, who's their favorite? Just curious. Okay, I think this is a better representation of his eye color. Ah, I have like 10 more minutes to hopefully finish this. And then a little bit of a lighter color. Wait, no, this is a little bit of pink because his eyes were pink down there. This color might look nice. Yeah, it looks nice. I like this color. Let me just make it a little bit paler. Like right there. The blues and the pinks look really nice together, I have to say. And then let me do a darker color in the middle. And then white. There. Hang on. It's not like a... There. And let's fix this. Wait, okay, let's do the shading first. Okay. Wait, let me just use Savior's as to what color I used. Okay. This one. Well, one really likes Zane and the other one really likes Raphael. Nice. I think like Raphael's mermaid form is very popular. But I guess like all of their myths are pretty popular. Like when they come out, like whenever there's something new, people get really hooked about it, you know. And all their myths were, well, I started playing pretty late. So there's a lot of myth cards that I don't have, and I always lose on gachas. So there are a lot of cards that I don't have. So I don't really exactly know the full story or like the full lore of some of them. But from what I heard is that all of their myths are really depressing. But sometimes I think that like when things are really depressing, it makes people like the characters more because they're like, oh no, the backstory is so sad, you know. So I think like, yeah, like when stories are like sadder, I feel like it makes people like the characters more because you feel bad for them, and it's like, oh, it breaks my heart so much. It's kind of like me watching like some of the animes that I'm really into, like Haikyuu, Haikyuu, Blue Lock, and like Windbreaker. Like when the backstories are so sad that I'm like, I feel so bad for these people, and it makes me like them more. I mean, I don't know how familiar you are with Blue Lock, but then, like, episode Nagi is where I started liking Leo as well. Because in the past, I was more like just a Nagi fan. But then, because of the backstory, I was like, oh my gosh, now I like them more. And it's like Haikyuu, like Kira, when he started crying, I was like, I cannot. This is so sad. Well, it's not sad, it's just touching. Like his crying scene. I really cannot. Oh, I feel like his hair should stick out a little bit. Hang on. Let me update the outline. I think it will look better this way. Okay, rub this part off. And let me put in the purple. Let's see if this looks better. Is this the right purple? It looks very purple on the yellow. Okay, let me color this and see if this is better or worse. Oh, I have to rub off the yellow first. Let me just put in the purple beneath and I'll rub off the yellow. Let's just take a quick look at whether this looks better or worse. Okay, so I did it here. I cannot decide. It looks similar to me. Okay, let me just keep it inside. I feel like it's probably better inside. Okay, where am I now? Okay, let me just color his outfit. The shadows. Okay, let's use this color and see if it looks good. Okay, I think it needs to be a little more orange. Let's try this one. It's a little too dark now. Oh, this. It's too bright. I think I like the one previously more. Guess I do like it a little brighter. Let's see if this color would... Is this too too bright? Let me just color it. Yeah, I think it's a little too bright. Just darken it a tiny bit, but this looks very dark. Yeah, I'm so picky about the colors. Well, I feel like when it's too bright, it's like too, when it's bright, it's too bright. When it's dark, it's like too dark. Okay, let's just stick with this one. I think this is a very nice color. Okay, let's do that, and then like his hair. Okay. Right here, I need a tiny bit of this. Let's give this side a tiny bit of it too. Like that. And then right here as well. I have watched all of Blue Lock. I definitely love character development. Oh, you watched all of it? Wait, did you watch the anime? Or like, did you read the manga too? Because I mean, like, the manga, I did read quite a bit of it, and I'm up to speed on episode Nagi. Like, not the entire manga, but like I'm up to speed on episode Nagi. Because I like the story of Nagi. Because he's my favorite character. Yeah, so I watched the entire, like, I read all of episode Nagi, basically. But then for like the main story, like, I'm not fully caught up on the entire manga, but I'm caught up with Nagi's part of that manga. Like, there are parts that I did read through, and I in general know what happens there, but I'm mostly caught up on Nagi's portion of that. So there are parts that I skipped from the manga. Oh, you only watched the anime. But I think third season's in production, right? I think it is. Hopefully it will be better than the second season. Like, the second season, the last episode was really great. I think, like, not just the last episode. I think, like, the last 2-3 episodes were pretty good. But then, like, the animation, like, the last episode, like, those, how many minutes? I forgot how many minutes that was. That was really crazily good. I'm glad that they animated at least that part well. And I think it's because of, like, the second season that I started liking Rin too. Because in the past, I was, like, okay with him. Like, you know, most characters I do like, but I'm not, like, huge fans of them. Like, I don't particularly love them or, like, hate them, you know? But for Rin, I do think that the second season made me like him a lot more than I used to. Like, I just knew him as, like, a strong character, but I didn't particularly love him. But then now that I watched the second season, I'm like, oh wow, I actually kind of like this character too. I think the third season would be very popular. I do think that they are coming up with, like, the third season. Because Kaiser's coming out, and, like, Kaiser's, like, the guy that showed up for, like, a few seconds towards the end of, like, the last episode of season 2. He is really popular. Like, a lot of people love Kaiser. So I think like if the first season comes out, it's gonna be so like people who love Blue Lock would be so happy and into it. Like I think like um like for now I still think that Haikyuu is probably more popular than Blue Lock, probably because of like the very what's it called heartwarming aspect of it. Because Blue Lock is more like, you know, it's like one against one. Like you have to be like the best of the best, you know. So it lacks kind of the heartwarming aspect of the anime. Versus like Haikyuu is like very heartwarming, and I think it kind of it's like a bunch of people like I think the human connection makes it more popular, because it's just like a bunch of guys doing what they love, you know. Okay, I feel like I'm slowly getting there. Okay, let's get this. Let's get this done. Okay, I'm very close. Okay. And then there's like, let me finish his cheeks. Let's use a tiny bit of red. Okay, I think I'm liking this so far. So, okay, let me just render his hair a tiny bit. Let's use a darker purple. Let's color this in, color block this. Okay, and then I just have to finish his paintbrush. Okay, now I can figure out what color I want. I was thinking of a brown. Okay, maybe not that. Let's do a lighter color. That's not saturated enough. I don't know if I like this color. Do I like this? It's still not what I want. Let me try to add in a red tone. Do I like this? No. Finding the right color is very challenging for me too. How about this? Yeah, I think this is better. Okay, and then for mixing dish, let me do a lighter color. I think it has to be like more, maybe a little more saturated than that. No, this is too much. This is too pale. Should I do like a darker color? No. Actually it kind of looks good. Slightly surprised. Here, how about this? No, that's too much. Take a look at my color history. No, I don't like this. Okay, let's do this color. I think this one's probably best. And there's brush. Do this maybe with like a tiny bit of blue on his on like the tip of his brush to show that he has been painting. I always like doing that because I'm like, he has to be drawing. He has to be doing something. I don't like this color though. Let me make it a little darker. Okay, we'll use a different brush. Okay. He has been drawing. Confirmed. He has been working. Sometimes, because Raphael is like an artist, sometimes I'm like, okay, Raphael, he needs to teach me how to draw because he's such a great artist. Please teach me. Okay, let me see what you, let me take a look at what you said. Sorry, I was drawing, so I was literally talking to myself. Yeah, I've only watched the anime to help what I said earlier with time as an artist. It reveals the masterpiece hidden within every passing moment, meaning that time isn't just fleeting but actively shapes and reveals the inherent beauty and purpose within each moment, transforming ordinary experiences into something profound, like an artist creating a masterpiece from raw material. In short, emphasize finding value in artistry in the present, trusting the process of growth, and recognizing that life's challenges and joys are all part of a grand unfolding design. I love that. That sounds very positive. Sorry, that was a long explanation. No need to apologize. Thanks for explaining that. That sounds great. I think, yeah, I maybe it's not related to art, but like I do think that it's great to find value in the present, because I think like if you think about the future or like the past, it's very easy for you to like spiral. In my opinion, I think it's very easy to spiral. And I do think that like it, hang on, why is this color not coming out? Okay, here. I do think that like if you focus more on the present, it's less likely that you'll feel anxious or like depressed about stuff. So I totally agree. He has been painting. Yeah, he has been painting. He should be like helping me paint. Oh my gosh, what am I seeing? Is Kuzuha streaming? I'm so tempted to watch it now. Okay, I'm almost done with this, so I can watch it. Crazy. Trying to finish my art because I want to watch someone else stream. Wait, this green is very obnoxious. Do a different one. Yeah, let's do this. And then I want pink in there. Like, wait, they look very circular. Let me just make them like a weirdly shaped. Okay. There, and maybe I should add some yellows. Like that. There. Okay, I think I'm done. Wow, it took longer than I expected. Actually his hair. Let me just render it a tiny bit more. I should not rush for these. I make sure it looks good. So like, because I'm going to sell them, and if I want to sell them, they better look better. I don't want to put art that I'm not satisfied with out there for people. They have to look good. Okay. I don't like this color though. Let me try this. I like this one more. that's like too little space for me to. I didn't like the highlights. How about this? It doesn't look good. Hang on. Maybe it looks better without. Huh. Why? Let me try to make it a little bit more saturated and see if that helps. I don't think it does. Maybe I'll use a pink that's already there. How about this? I probably have to make it lighter. Maybe this looks, I think this looks better. Okay, let's call it a day. I think this is it. I'll see if I want to stream the rest of the designs. Because I might be doing it tomorrow, but I don't know if I've like, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, if anything, I'll still post them all out on my Instagram, so you can see like the final version of it. Wait, let me take a look at what you said first, so I can respond to it. Yeah, I tend to overthink a lot, so I need to ground myself in the moment sometimes. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad that you're like trying to think about that, because I think it's good that you're aware of it. I also overthink, and I know a lot of people do overthink things. I think it's just important to like catch yourself when you overthink. So it's like at the beginning it's very hard to do, because I think like once you start overthinking, you just keep overthinking, you know? So you keep spiraling down, but then if at some point you catch yourself, that's already a good sign and a good starting point. Like once you're able to catch yourself once, then you'll be able to do it again. And like as this sort of practice keeps going on, then like at some point you get to a point where you catch yourself at a very early stage. I think I'm already better at doing that, because I've been like practicing actively to like stop myself from overthinking things. And in the past, like I would spiral for a really, really long time, which is really bad. Like it's bad for your mental health, and it makes you easily upset too. I think I'm a lot better at catching myself in these like bad spiraling, or like what's it called? Not overthinking. There's like a different rumination. It's like really bad to like ruminate. So I think like it's good that I'm able to like stop myself a little earlier now, but it definitely does take a lot of time. Like it took me a really, really long time. Like I think I've been practicing this for like 2 or 3 years now. And now I'm able to like catch myself early on. Like it's still very hard to let go of certain thoughts, I think, but I'm sure that like now that you're aware of it, it's gonna be like easier as time passes by. Just constantly remind yourself, like once you catch yourself, then try your best to like stop yourself from like overthinking. And I think like I'm sure you'll be able to do it. But anyway, thanks for watching the stream. And thanks for like typing in the chat. And yeah, I'll definitely like post the remaining ones too if I don't stream them. But as I said before, I'll try to like stream at least once every week, unless I get like super busy, but I'll really, really try to like stream at least once a week. And yeah, thanks for watching, and hope you have a great night and great weekend. I'll see you again soon.